Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. I'm Dana.
And I'm Cadence.
And today is our first day working in the garden for 2023. We're going to get some of the garden beds cleaned up. We're going to plant some onion sets. And then we'll give you a tour of our newly expanded garden that we did last fall. Last year, the harvest was not very good as opposed to previous years. The weeds just took over. I couldn't keep up. And it wasn't a good year. Weather was all crazy. So this year we're really hoping for a good harvest, get to eat a lot, grow a lot, hang out as a family in the garden. So let's get to it.
Yep. Alright, we're going to give you a tour of the garden. This is asparagus. We're going to trim it back so new growth can happen. So this is our garlic bed. This is all garlic. And look at that big one. And this one as well. There's a leaf on top of it. So this is our strawberry bed. All those green stuff right here is new strawberries. They're already growing already. That's crazy. And we also have to cut out the dead stuff and also weed it because there's a weed right here.
Alright, so that was the little tour of the beds that we have stuff growing in. We do have 12 total raised beds. We haven't planned out exactly what we're planting in each bed yet. That will be coming hopefully soon. I get that planned out. But let's, for now, get some weeds pulled, get some onion sets in the ground, and asparagus trim back, and maybe we'll get to doing the strawberry bed as well, weeding it and getting it all prepped up.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to clear up this garden. That's what we're gonna do for now.
Ooh, look at that big carrot. Look at this! So I planted carrots last fall. No, yeah, early fall.
Yeah, in 2022.
Yes, hoping that I would get a later harvest of carrots. And look what I found. It's a little soft, but there's actually carrots still on the ground.
So I'm gonna go feed these to the chickens. The chickens love these.
So we're going to plant onions in this bed. Onions will also be in other beds throughout the garden, but for right now we're working in this one. So we have yellow onions we're going to do.
And sweet onions.
Sweet onions are our favorite. We use it a lot. But yellow onions will store longer, so we need a combination. So we eat the sweet first, and then eat the yellow later. So this is a little onion set. So they come from onion seeds. Onion seeds will grow into a little baby onion, and then these are what you plant. I have grown onions from seed as well, but they take a lot longer, and honestly onion sets are just so much easier to put in the ground because they're already starting to grow. So that's what we're going to use this year. Alright, we got all of our sweet onions planted on that side of the bed. We're going to do our yellow onions on this side. And if there's space in between, I'm gonna figure out what else I can plant companion with onion. Alright, this is the asparagus bed. I gotta trim back all this dead growth from last year. I bought 2-year-old sets, or crowns, 2-year-old crowns, and then this is my second year with them. No, third year with them. So this year I should be able to harvest more, but I need to get all this trimmed back so they can grow more. So the reason I have all this extra growth is because they were newer crowns when I bought them, only 2-year-old crowns. So when you first plant them and they start producing asparagus, you can't harvest every piece of asparagus because it will hinder the crown that's in the ground. You won't get a lot of asparagus the following years. So that's why I have all this extra growth, because I let the asparagus keep growing. So it grew these 4-foot tall stuff, I don't even know what you call it, and then it went to seed as well. So that's why I have all this excess, but this year I should be able to harvest a lot more. As down as you can. Nice. You can sit on the ground, and then we'll scrape those up when we're done.
Do you think chickens will like that?
No. Oh, good. Asparagus raised bed is all cleared out. I think it looks pretty amazing. We're gonna go over to the strawberry bed next and see if we can get just a couple weeds that are coming up already and trim back all that old growth. All right, so here's the strawberries in our raised bed. You can already see there is a lot of strawberry growth happening here. So we gotta trim back all the old growth from last year that's now dead. That way there's more energy going to the new plants and they can start branching off and expanding again this year.
So what are we cutting first?
All this dead stuff, we're gonna trim that out because then we're able to see where all the weeds are. And I think we'll be able to pull them out a little more easily.
So like these stuff?
But trim it, you wanna trim it, nope. Yeah, you wanna trim it as close as you can to the where it came out of the ground.
Came with the dead stick. I would just put it in there.
All right, now that the asparagus bed is cleaned out, we got onion sets planted, and the strawberry bed is all cleaned out, we're gonna go get the garden hose, do a quick little watering because onion sets need water right away after planting, and the strawberries actually have a lot of new growth happening, so I want to make sure they have lots of fresh water so we have a good harvest. Well, garden has been started. It feels really, really good to be back out in the garden, getting things growing, bringing life back to everything. So we have so much more to do. Some of these beds got so overgrown last year. Like literally I just let them go. I was like, I'll deal with it next year. And now I have to deal with it and I'm not looking forward to it at all. It's gonna be so much hard work. But we got onion sets planted, at least some of them. We were definitely doing a lot more onions. We go through so many onions throughout the year. We got the asparagus patch all weeded out and cleaned out. So that's awesome. And then we also got the strawberry patch weeded out, trimmed back all that old growth that was dead, the old runners. So that feels amazing. We got everything watered, and that's it for today. I am whooped. It's been a long day. The first couple times in the garden is always the most exhausting and tiring until you get back in the swing of things and build that stamina back up to be hunched over and bending over and all the positions you're not in during the winter. So if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel. This summer we're going to have so much more content on gardens, on animals. We're also going to sprinkle in the fabrication for the Case tractor. The grapple build will be finished soon. So we have lots planned, and I hope you follow us along. Bye!